But let's begin with President Obama accepting the Nobel Peace Prize this morning. NBC's chief White House correspondent Chuck Todd has traveled with the president to Oslo. Chuck, good morning.
Well, good morning, Meredith. Well, the president is at the City Hall here in Oslo, where he will formally receive the Nobel Peace Prize. He speaks, of course, in the next half hour. He's had a busy morning already. He's met with the King and Queen of Norway and had a news conference with the Prime Minister of Norway, where he was asked about this idea of whether it's premature for him to have received the Nobel Peace Prize. And he gave a little bit of a preview of what he's going to say in his acceptance speech. Take a listen.
The goal is not to win a popularity contest or to get an award, even one as esteemed as the Nobel Peace Prize. The goal has been to advance America's interests, to strengthen our economy at home, and to make ourselves a continuing force for good in the world.
Now, Meredith, there's two goals to this speech, I'm told, by senior aides. They'll be sort of aspirational in nature. He referred to that this morning when he was signing the Nobel book, and he was talking about how the Peace Prize was used, for instance, to elevate Martin Luther King Jr. to a world figure and even give more prominence to what he was pushing for when he received the prize in 1964. Expect the president to talk about that. But then, of course, he's going to try to square this circle of receiving a peace prize while also just escalating a war in Afghanistan. In fact, he's going to say that one of the goals of pursuing a peaceful world is to stabilize a place like Afghanistan and to combat terrorism, Meredith.
Yeah, Chuck, you know, at the time that the president was alerted to the fact that he had won the Peace Prize, the White House was rather shocked by it, as was he.
Right.
There is a new poll that shows that 2/3 of Americans don't think he deserves it. So does the White House view this as a liability for him or a plus?
Well, look, they, in all honesty, they said at one point, look, we know we're going to, quote unquote, get killed over this no matter what we say, because there are people that say that he doesn't deserve it. Look, it was the first question from a Norwegian reporter saying it's premature. The president himself said, you know, I think he might be on that 58% that say he doesn't yet deserve it. And he said, you know, for instance, look, there are others that are more deserving, but he's going to try to accept it in that aspirational way and saying, look, he now sort of understands that he's got the burden. And so this speech, it's going to mention Afghanistan, but it's not going to be policy heavy because they want it to sort of fit history. They want to be able to read it in 50 years and have it make sense and hope that, you know, maybe by that time people will say, well, he understood why he received the prize at the time, and maybe he earned it or maybe he didn't, but he admits he'll be judged over the next 3 or 7 years on whether he's actually earned this prize.
Yeah, there's a certain moral imperative that comes along with it. Chuck Todd, thank you very much.
Right.